Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Donnie, and you're watching Diamond Painting by Donnie. It is Monday, which means it is a pack and chat day. I believe this is number 13. Yeah, 13. We're going on week 5 of doing these. And I'm not feeling the best, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This is the kind of job you can't call in sick for. But it's snowing outside, which is just so bizarre for our area, but it's been snowing since about midnight last night, and it hasn't stopped, and it is now about almost 11 a.m. But I should be able to get this done in time to get to the post office. Jim's gonna have to drive very carefully, even though the post office isn't that far from us. But with the roads being snowy, it's probably that's the only way we're gonna be able to get these out. So let's get started. We have quite a large order, which we normally do on Mondays. Jim's been working on it all weekend. He started working on this order on Thursday because it did cut off at noon Thursday, and it went all the way till Sunday at noon. Well, we extended it a little bit longer than noon, but you get the gist of it. The first order goes out to Deborah in Missouri, and I have a cheat sheet here now, so I know which abbreviation means what. All right, so Deborah ordered a paintbrush in gold and the Panda Power in dark green. And I will try not to sniffle. I may end up pausing quite a bit just to, so I don't have a runny nose on camera. Alright, so here is her pens. Here's your paintbrush in gold. And here's your Panda Power in dark green. There's your little panda, and here's your drill tip. And I don't know if I need to make a disclaimer on my shop, but for those of you that are not aware, these are handmade, and they will work. They do work, and they will work a very long time for you, but you can't be too rough on them, especially the ones that have plastic tips. You need to be careful not to be pushing drills around on your canvas, or moving things with it, because that plastic can only handle so much extra pressure. I mean, these drill pins are meant for placing drills only. They are not meant for moving things around. If you need to move drills around or straighten drills, I suggest using, one of your old pink pens, just to ensure that you don't break your tip. I mean, you can fix them, but they won't look as pretty, and, I can't guarantee they will work 100% as well as they did before if you break them. Now, there's only been a couple of people who have broken their tips, and, from the pictures I've seen, and there was a lot of pressure being put on them. And yeah, you just can't be putting a lot of pressure on your pen tip. I mean, in your opinion, do you think I should put something, or a warning or something on my website, on my Etsy shop, so that people will maybe be easier on them? I mean, to some it might be common sense. Like my husband, it wouldn't be common sense to him because he's new. He's never done it before. So I think it would be good. I think I will. Just because I can't assume everybody knows how you're supposed to use these type of pens, because not all of them are encased in the same amount of plastic that the pink pens are. Not all of them can have all that support. So I'm just finishing up this green, and then we're going to move on to some fun colors. I mean, this is a fun color, but we're going to move to some fun designs, because this is left over from the last packing video. I do have a tag. I haven't finished that Would You Rather one. I will get back to that at some point. I will get back to my story on my many moves throughout my life. But I was looking for a tag, a winter tag, just because it feels so wintry for me right now. It was almost starting to feel like spring was around the corner, but I think Punxsutawney Phil was wrong, because he did not see his shadow, and the winter was supposed to be over soon. But that's fine. Excuse me. We have not had but one day where it snowed, and it was really such a small amount. It was gone by the afternoon. So, but with the weather comes the sniffles and all that good stuff. Here we go. All right. Deborah, your order is ready. Thank you so much for placing your order again, because it does show that you've ordered before. And we'll get that out the door. One down. Many more to go. As of me packing this video, I have placed 2 sets of the wheel tool in the shop, and several of the 45-degree angled multi-drill tips. And I have a new kit thing to storage container in the shop. It's a cute little pink one, but I don't know if they will still be there by the time this video posts. I have ordered a bulk shipment of the extra adhesive for people who want to use it for their wheel, or even use it for their chart, their DMC chart, like I showed in that other video. If you're not sure which video, I'll place a link right here showing you where I've used the tape for the multi-wheel, other than for the multi-wheel. Alright, I've got to pause 1 second. Alright, our next order goes to April in Michigan, and she ordered a purple prismatic beauty. And there's your receipt. Here is your purple prismatic beauty, and we did pick up some more yesterday, so we did add a few more prismatic beauties into the shop. Alright, so this tag is called Behind the Scenes YouTube Tag. And the first question is, where do you find inspiration for your videos? Well, the inspiration basically just comes from, you know, a lot of things that I see people asking in the Facebook group, or questions people ask me on the videos that I've already posted. Of course, inspiration isn't needed when I get China mail. That's all the inspiration you need to do those videos, is to get stuff in the mail. But also, just new ideas and new tools and new things that I see out and about in the community. Sometimes I will find something or find a company myself, and I really like to be able to show you guys a new company. Or I see somebody else introducing a new company, and I like to try them as well. So then I will get something in the lines from that company and give them a shot, or just showing things, talking about anything to do with diamond painting. I mean, there are so many video ideas I have. I just don't have all the time in the world to make all the videos that I want to do. These other things are priority. I hate it when this happens. Okay. Oh, I really wasn't feeling good last night. My stomach was hurting and I needed to get... I had to get all the bubble wrap cut for these orders. And as I was doing them, I was checking the pins, and if they needed to be fixed, you know, I had to have Jim fix them and all that and get that all prepared for today. But April in Michigan, your order is ready. Thank you for placing your order. And let me see, are you a new... Yeah, it looks like this is your first order. I could be wrong, but from the information I have, welcome to our world. Hope you enjoy it here. But as soon as I got it done, I went to bed. So that was about 8:30 last night. And I set my alarm for 5. Shortly after I woke up, the school had called to say there's no school. And I decided I was just going to go back to bed. So I stayed asleep until about 7. Slept a long time. Next order goes to Carol in Idaho. And Carol ordered the miniature Valentine's Day design is pink with hearts and a gold key. And there is your order. Your receipt. This one was put in upside down. So that's why I'm a little cockeyed. Alright. And it looks like you have ordered before. So thank you for placing yet another order. Here is your gold key. And there's your drill tip. It does have a cover. And here is your miniature Valentine's Day heart, pink with hearts. There's your drill tip. I think I moved this over to the bargain bin. Because these are only $3 for these little ones. Even though sometimes they can be as much of a pain in the butt as their big brothers and sisters. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this up here where you can see. And they wrap the burrito. Alright, there we go. What was the question? Oh, the inspiration. So yeah. So basically, I get my inspiration from you guys. And number 2, do you have a Word document, notebook, etc. dedicated to your videos? Several. I have this book. If you guys remember when I got that box with the glitter that you can move around in the lid. And it came with a little notebook and piece of paper. Pen. And I use that for all my video notes. When I need to put in a card in the eye, I write down the time stamp for that. I write down all sorts of different things when I need to remember. Boy, I'm just getting really tired all of a sudden. I also keep track in that book the things I've charged to my credit card for the channel, for my videos, and for the pen shop, so that I could pay for it out of the business account, which is just another account, instead of paying for it out of our private, or our home account that pays for the bills and food, clothing, that kind of stuff. Boy, this is probably going to be really boring now. I cannot, my head is just really cloudy. It feels congested, I think. That's what it is from this wonderful cold. Alright. So, Carol in Idaho, your order is ready. Thank you for placing another order. We'll get you packed up. Out the door. I bet you it's snowing up there. I don't know. I think it snows in Idaho. Yeah. I know it snows in Washington a lot. My sister's always got pictures of them playing in the snow. Tesla doesn't get that much very often. We're waiting for the snow to stop falling so that it will warm up a little bit, because it's just too cold. The wind is blowing. It's too cold to go out and play in it. Alright, the next order goes to Mary in Ohio. And she ordered a row straightener. There we go. A row straightener, the green rhinestones everywhere, and a swirly pen. She did ask for a straightener on her swirly pen, but we cannot put straighteners. She wanted her straightener put on the swirly pen, but they do not fit on that. There are only 4 pens in the shop that the straighteners and the multi-placers will fit on, and they are listed in the description of the multi-tools. It will tell you exactly which ones you can actually put the multi-tools on. And the swirly is not one of them. Here's your swirly pen. And your rhinestones everywhere. There's your drill tip, and there's your rhinestones. So pretty. And your multi-placer. I mean your row straightener. Okay. How about one of you comes to my house, finishes this video for me, and lets me go take a nap. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, I know. Okay. What was the question? Document, notebook, yeah, okay. And then next one, how long do you prep for a video? Well, it just depends on the video. Some videos, I don't have any prep time. I just get something in the mail, and, well, when I'm doing an unboxing, it takes me, just a couple of minutes to take a photo of my shipping label, and then block out my address and phone number. That's all I have to do to prep for one of those. Oh, and then I have to find the listing in my book to make sure I can give you all the information for it ahead of time, if I know which one it is. A lot of the time I don't know which one it is. So I have to just wing it until I know which diamond painting I'm unboxing, and then I can pull the information up. But at least I have the book ready most of the time. And if it's a video like this one takes me quite a while to prepare for, because I cut the bubble wrap ahead of time so that I'm not having to waste that time on film, on the video, because that can take quite a while. And then I have to make sure all the double-sided adhesive that people have ordered has been cut into the proper lengths, bagged up, and I have to make note if there's trays. I have to cut extra stuff for padding for those. Alright, so Mary, your order is ready. There you go. Thank you for placing your order, and it looks like this is your first one, so welcome to our world. Now, let's get this in the bag. We have ordered shipping boxes for the coffee cups and the mugs, so that as soon as those come in, we can actually put them in the shop, and we can start sending those out to you guys. We do need to do a couple more designs, so there's some choices. Next one goes to Molly in Oregon. She's my neighbor, one of my neighbors. You know, all of Oregon is my neighbors. And she ordered a prismatic beauty in pink and a flat three-placer tool. And there's your receipt. She removed the, in fact, I need to write that on here. Okay, so let's get her pink pen, which is right here. And there's her three-placer. The flat three-placer, they're kind of hard to see because they're so tiny. And then there's your prismatic beauty in pink. And we have your adhesive. See, it's on both sides. I just folded it so it fit in this envelope. I'm going to put that in here right now so I don't forget. Now let's get this pen wrapped up. All these pens. Okay, my next question is, how long does it take for you to prepare your appearance for a video? Nah, I don't. Half the time I'm in my pajamas and nobody can see me because it's my hands that do all the work. We're going with pink now. Pink and gold polka dots. And blue. Pink and blue and gold. Okay. It's not wanting to come separated. There we go. What time of day do you film? Any time of day. Any time. When I have time. When I don't have something else I'm doing. When I have my desk cleared. Like, I haven't filmed an unboxing in a while. I have posted some unboxings, but those were ones that I filmed a while back. Because I try to post them in order that they came in. But as you can see in those videos, I still have fingernail polish on. Or wraps. And right now, I do not have any finger wraps. Here's a pretty tape. I have them, but I don't have any on my fingers because pin making process has really damaged my nails. And all it would do if I put finger wrap on is just peel right off. So once I don't have to clean up Jim's making of the pins, I'll be able to make my nails pretty again. He's kind of messy. He's taking today off completely. Alexa, cancel. He's determined to take a day off, so lucky him, huh? But I know people need a day off or else they end up getting burned out. But here, I've been doing it for 9 months and I'm not burned out yet. But who knows if that will happen soon or not. Alright, let's see if I can find the beginning of the tape. I think I found it. Am I going the wrong direction? Ah, it wasn't the right beginning. Alright, there we go. I have about a minute and a half because I had it paused for a few minutes there while I blew my nose. But I probably, after I get this one bagged up, put in the envelope for you, Molly, I'm going to start a new clip and go take a nap. I wish. Okay. Alrighty, so this is on its way. Not too far from here. You should have it probably by tomorrow. But Molly, your order's ready. Thank you for finally being able to place an order, and welcome to our world. Get this tucked away, and your adhesive is in there. Can you see it? Yeah, it's in there. Yeah. There it is. Alright. I will get to the next order as soon as I return. Okay, I'm going to start this next order and then I'm going to tell you what happened to maybe between clips here. The next order goes out to Sandra in Idaho. And she ordered a 3-placer with wax, a 6-placer with wax, and let's guess what the third one is. Yep, a 9-placer with wax. And let me grab them here. Okay, here they are. Here's your 9-placer, your 3-placer, and your 6-placer. So, after I stopped the clip, I just sat back in my chair, closed my eyes, and before I knew it, it had been 45 minutes. I fell asleep, and I couldn't keep my eyes open, and so I deeply apologize, you guys, but this will not be able to go out today. And all of a sudden my computer just went off. And that's really odd. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Tesla is being a handful. Okay, there, my computer's coming back on. My light went off because it's connected into my computer. But anyway, this will not be able to get out today. I was pushing myself a little too hard and I'm not feeling good, so I guess I just needed a little bit more sleep. And so I did get that little bit more sleep, and I'm back now, and I'm feeling up to finishing this to get it out for you tomorrow. I don't know. Our mail hasn't even gotten here yet, and it's normally here early in the day, and it's already 3:45. I did get Tesla to take a nap with me too. She was pretty. She's worse than she is now. But with there not being any school today, I think she's like getting cabin fever because it's a Monday and she had, all weekend home. We didn't go anywhere this weekend. Well, Daddy took her to the Dollar Tree because I needed some bubble wrap because my order of bubble wrap won't be here in time for me to run. I'm going to run out before it gets here, my order. Anyway, so I had not planned for all these orders before. I did order the bubble wrap when I realized that it was just not a one-time thing. It's picked up significantly, and it seems to be consistent now. But I ordered it as soon as I needed to, and it's just one of those things I can't get on Prime. And Amazon was the best place I found the price-wise, because of the fact that I don't have to pay for shipping. But things like that, and my large mailers, or the huge box of mailers I ordered, those kinds of things you can't get on Prime. But I've got plenty of mailers now. I ordered, what was it? Well, I ordered 350 feet of bubble wrap. And, okay, I have 500 mailers now. Because I got 2 boxes of the 250. Because we went through a box of 250 really fast. But in between time, I'm having to pick it up at the Dollar Tree, so I went through 4 rolls of it to get this order ready, plus a little bit of what I still had left on my original roll, but I wanted to get through that first because they're in 4 separate packages. I'd rather have just one roll laying around. I don't know where I was going with this, but Sandra in Idaho, your order is ready. Let me get the wax for you that I have. Here we go. Here's the wax for you. Put the wax in. And your pins. But I knew I shouldn't have. I asked the other day in one of my question of the day, how often you get sick. And I was talking about how I only get sick once a year, and you guys had already seen me get sick towards the end of last year, so I should be good for a while, but no. I had to say something, huh? Because I honestly, I don't get sick very often, and here I am sick again. And if I have to stop to blow my nose or whatever, you guys, I have this on hand. This is Tesla's, but I have it on hand to make sure I don't send those germs to you guys. Alright, let's get the next order. Here, I can turn my light back on now. Next order goes to Patricia in Florida, and she ordered a swirly pin. And these are going so fast. I put 22 in the shop, and we are down to a bare minimum now. But I do have a lot on the way. They've been on the way. But with the Chinese New Year shutdown thing, that has really affected some of my shipments that I've been waiting for. Okay, these caps are really on here really good. So there's your drill tip. And there's your swirly. Okay, so the question I left off on I still don't know why my computer shut off. It looks like it was running on battery power because of the power outage we had while I was sleeping. It must have stayed running while the power was out. I'm not sure if it just ran out of power or what, but it was weird because that's where my questions are for this tag. My computer screen staring at me. Okay, the next question is show or tell us where you film. Okay, well, I'll insert a picture. If I remember, there will be a picture that I'll put right here. If I don't remember to put that in, I'll just give you guys a little description. I'm using, this is a kitchen table. Well, I don't think it was designed to be a kitchen table, but we had bought it when we lived up in the city, up near Portland. We were living in a 2-bedroom apartment. And it was so small compared to our last house that we didn't have room for everything. We couldn't put our kitchen table in there. It was just too big. So we had it in storage, and we went to IKEA, which we don't have one down here, but there was one near the airport up in Portland. So we went there and got the cheapest table and 3 cheap chairs. Just 3 because we kept the table up against the wall. There really wasn't room for 4 chairs, so we bought 3 or 2 because Teslin was still in a high chair at the time. But by the time we moved out, she was actually not using a high chair anymore. But that's what this table is. It's been in my craft room since we moved in. But I was going to use it for like doing jigsaw puzzles, or because I have another table that it's a craft table for ironing. I mean, this whole ironing pad goes over the entire thing, but I use that for cutting with a cutting board on it. I use that table for all my sewing needs. But when I was helping my daughter make something and we had to use a pattern, this table worked better because we had to do pinning and stuff. But I've used it mainly just for storage. I've had all my things like all my material I bought that I hadn't ironed and washed and ironed would sit here on the to-do table. And then yarn. I mean, there was yarn everywhere, piled high. So all that had to be boxed up when I started doing the diamond paintings because I needed the table for diamond paintings and filming. So that's up against the wall, and next to my wall over here is a 12 cubicle on top of another 12 cubicle. And that had all my yarn, which now has about 25% of my yarn, and the other part, 75%, is all my diamond painting supplies and kits. And it's still in the works. To the right here, I have my drawers, like the Sterilite 3-set drawers, and then I have like 3 different types of drawers stacked on top of each other, drawer sets. So that's there for supplies, and like I said, I'm against the wall. Then I have a floor lamp sitting over here in the corner. It's one that's supposed to imitate daylight. And my sister got it for me for Christmas in 2017. I was using it in the living room to do my craft when I was crafting in my, doing knitting and crocheting and then diamond painting in my living room chair, my recliner. But when I came in here, I needed extra light. The overhead light was not enough. All right, so Patricia in Florida, your order is ready. Thank you so much for placing your order. It does look like this is your first order. So welcome to our world. Thank you for ordering. And let me get your envelope here. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, so, on top of my table, on top of the base of my lamp, is my Echo Show. And I sometimes watch movies on it. And then my laptop is right here, just to the left of me. And then my tripod with my camera. And then I've got a lamp, ring light that's clipped to the back of the tripod. And then I've got all sorts of stuff all around it, behind it, that you probably will never see unless I do a full room reveal again. Yeah, this is going to take me forever if I don't just get busy. So Sandra, there is your receipt. Or Sandra, I'm not sure how you say it. No, that's the next order. This is for Patricia. Sorry, Patricia in Florida. This is your receipt here. But I did plan on actually doing another room tour once I'm able to show you my my stock. We are supposed to, my husband and I are supposed to do that today. Go through some of my kits to get them organized. So we'll see. We'll see if that gets done or not. The next order is for Sandy in Kansas. Double checking to see if Kansas. Yes, it is Kansas. And she ordered the Cutesy Chic in purple and blue. There's your receipt. And here are your pins. There's the blue and there's the purple. No, wait a minute. Did that say pink? Oh, purple and blue. Okay. For some reason I thought, oh my gosh, my head. So there's purple and blue. There's your drill tips. I just got the sweetest video today from somebody who finally got their package. For some reason it had been held up for a long time. It took 15 days for her to receive her pin, and it was for her daughter, and she ordered the stitch, the dangling stitch, and she took a video of her daughter opening it, and first thing she said before she started opening it was, "Thank you, Donnie." And I was like, her daughter even knows my name. I think, yeah, she's the one that took the picture, posted the picture in the group of her daughter doing diamond painting. I thought it was the neatest thing, and now her daughter must watch too. I'm not sure I know her daughter's name, but it was Jamie's daughter. So if Jamie's daughter is watching, thank you very much for the video, and a shout out to you. I think it's so neat that you do diamond painting and that you enjoy your diamond painting pen as much as I enjoyed making it. So you're welcome, and I hope you enjoy it. Don't be too rough on it because you don't want to crack the tip. Okay, so yeah, they sent me the video, and after she got it open, I don't know if her mom told her what she was getting her or not, but when she saw that it was a stitch pin, she was so happy. And she got this big grin on her face, and she thanked me, and that just warms my heart. When you guys send me things like that, send me little videos, and to me, I'm just me. I'm not anybody, special. And in one of my videos, I said I was just a nobody, and I didn't mean it like I wasn't important. I basically meant that I'm nobody famous. I'm just a normal wife and mother that just wants to make people happy. And when other people get just like giddy because, I mentioned their name or something, it's still really odd to me that I can affect people like that. I mean, I love to be able to make people happy, and to see videos and the looks on people's faces when they receive something that I've made, it just makes all this worth it. All the not getting enough sleep, the pain that I suffer, that I work through, and the sickness that I still, I still do what I need to do when I'm sick, even though it makes things late. I kind of have to take care of me, and I don't want to make people mad by their packages getting out a day late. I don't. And my intentions were good because I got up, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. even though I didn't get up. I just wasn't feeling good. And, I have to put that into things, account for that. I didn't realize I wasn't going to be feeling good, and I slept a lot, and then I took a nap, so. All right, Sandy in Kansas, your order is ready. Thank you so much for placing your order. It does look like this is your first time, so I get to say welcome to our world. Even though if you have been watching my videos or been in the group from the beginning, I say welcome to our world because you are now part of the small group of people that likes to order my pens. And I've heard that once you start ordering, it's hard to stop. Some people just want to collect them. Like, if you're anything like me, I have the particular type of pen that I like to use. I have 3 of them. I have one in the car that one of the viewers, one of my diamond painting family, he's in my group. He's watches the videos, and he has ordered pens. He sent me, I guess, because he got these pens from me, he no longer needed the one that I like to use, but he had one, and so he sent me his pen, and I use that one in the car, and then I have one in here, and I have one in the living room, because those are the places that I generally diamond paint. Sometimes I'll paint in the bedroom. Next one goes to Amy in Ohio, and she ordered the My Little Pony pen. And just be warned, anybody who wants to order this pen, it is a little hefty. So if you can't handle the pens that have a little bit more weight to them, this probably would not be a good one for you. Even though it is thicker, it also has weight. So some people might like the thicker with the weight, but if you can only handle the thicker but not the weight, there are other pens that you would probably like to use, like the oh my gosh, Putting on the Ritz is one of them, and the other one would be, the Prismatic Beauty. Those are also thicker, and then the little bit of sparkle that is a popular one, which I'm having more and more trouble getting because my old supplier no longer carries them. So I'm having to order from a new supplier, and they only have pink and blue, and I have plenty of blue, so I ordered 30 pink ones. So hopefully you guys like pink, because that's what color is coming. I could not get purple, and the only way I can get purple is if I order 10,000 units. Yeah, I'm not that big of a small business. I'm not able to do that much. So I'm going to have to stick with the supplier I found. He's trying to sell me 500 of them. But he won't tell me how much. He's telling me to put it in my cart, and then I think he gave up on me because I told him I wanted to know how much it was going to cost before I do all that. So, and he just can't seem to go do things differently or whatever. He says the way it works is you've got to put in the order, don't pay for it, and then we will adjust the price, and if you like the price, you pay for it. And it's like, well, I don't want to go through all that unless I know the price is right and I'm going to order. And besides, do I want 500? Do I want 500 purple pens? Purple, of the little bit of sparkle? I can't even imagine. I mean, I've barely done twice that number of orders total. That's about half of how many orders I've done on Etsy so far. And mind you, that's in 3 months that I've had my Etsy shop. But those are all different types of pens. I couldn't imagine doing half of what my sales have been so far. I couldn't imagine ordering one particular pen for 50% of, how many I've sold already. Even though that pen is like that and the Mermaid pen are the most popular pens, but having to hold stock for 500 too is, another thing. Since we're starting to expand out with merchandise, we're having to start thinking about how much room we have to keep stock of things. All right, so Amy, your order is ready. Thank you very much for placing your order. It looks like this is your first order as well. So welcome to our world. Here is your receipt. And that is what I just wrapped up. Right here. Get it out the door, hopefully. I'm not sure what's going on with the mailman. But because I couldn't get this done today, I will have the mailman pick it up tomorrow. So we don't have to worry about driving in the snow if that is something that's still going to be an issue tomorrow, because we're just not equipped for it. All right, the next order goes to Carol in New York. She ordered the Mermaid's Little Sister with the pink tail. And it's really hard to tell the difference between the pink and the light purple. The difference is that the pink one, this is actually light purple. How did that happen? I grabbed the wrong one. Somebody else's order might have... I think that's what happened. No, I had my husband make another one last night, and I think he did the wrong color. Oh, because when I got down to wrapping all these up, I was missing a couple of pins. So I'm gonna have to get one made real quick, so I'm going to stop this clip here, and I'll be back when we have the correct color pen. I think I'm more sick than I thought because I wasn't seeing the colors right. This is actually the pink one, the one that you ordered. So here's your diamond, your drill tip, and that is pink. So let's get this wrapped up. So the last question I answered was to show where I filmed. Okay, natural lighting or studio lighting. Well, like I said, the lamp I have is supposed to mimic natural lighting, but I have my overhead light as well, and I have the ring light. I do want to get some soft boxes so that we have less shadows and no glare. I keep saying that, but I just am not comfortable with picking something that I don't know if it's going to work or not for my situation, because I'm going to have to find something that I can actually set up with the area I have, and I don't have room for the stand if it's if it has to be on the floor. So I'm thinking I need to have jimmy rig something so that it's like coming off of the top of that the cubicles over there. And I'm not very inventive, so my husband isn't either. So I just have not. I might have him look into it more to see if we can figure something. because I've gotten everything else upgraded. It's just the lighting I haven't done. I got the new camera, I've got the new computer, and I've got my new chair. So the last thing on that list was for lighting. And we are working on storage. Organization and storage, and yeah, we are going to do that when I'm done with my video. Granted that I'm up to it. He was planning on taking today off. He didn't really want to do that with Tesla around, but I said she would probably enjoy. She likes helping. It's not going to be hard. It's just a matter of just getting up and doing it. Because once that's done, the next thing I have to do is keep record of where the actual canvas is that goes to the painting. Because there was that one day I told you about when I was getting ready to go on the trip to my dad's, which is an hour and a half drive from here. So I like to do crafts in the car, and that means diamond painting right now. And I needed a project for the car, and I had one in mind that I had already kitted up, and I had the kit for it, but I couldn't find I had the canvas but not the kit, and I couldn't find it, so I had to grab something else that I could find. Alright, so Carol in New York, your order is ready, and it looks like this is your first order, so welcome to our world. And did I not pull your envelope yet? No, I didn't. Here you go. There is your receipt. Oh, it does say you're a new customer. You made a note of that. So, I was right. Enjoy your new pen once it finally arrives. Oh, but when I was telling you about the order that took 15 days, that normally does not happen. These normally come at a very good pace, quickly actually. There's been a couple of times when it's taken, who knows why it's taken longer, but that's the Postal Service for you. They tell you one thing and they end up doing another. Alright, this next order, I'm confused now because, I know why I'm confused. Alright, next order goes to Amy in Florida. And I don't think she's ordered before. Nope, this is her first order. She ordered 3 Myth of the Mermaid pens, and she wanted, she wants a flat three-placer put on one, a rose straightener put on another, and the 45-degree 6-placer put on the third one. So there is your flat 3-placer. And you do have adhesive for that. Here is your adhesive for your oh my gosh, your 3-placer, since it's the flat kind. And then here is your 45-degree A gold 6-placer. Oh, and there's the pen. And this is your wax for that. And here is your rose straightener. Going all the way to Florida. Okay. So I don't use natural lighting. I use studio lighting. But my window is on the other side of the room, so it's a little too hard to just use natural lighting, especially when I'm filming at night. Hey, there's no natural light, so don't really have a choice there, huh? What type of camera do you film with? I use a Nikon B500, I believe. I have it on my Amazon list under electronics because the deal you get on Amazon is way better than the deal I got from buying it at Best Buy. Because on Amazon, I would have gotten a bunch of stuff with it. Some cool things. This space is not very big. All right. The next one. Do you ever script your videos? Go off of an outline. I did once. And people didn't like it. They felt that I was being sales pitchy. But no, I never go off of an outline. I'm ad lib. Even when I did the product review for Evershine, they just had a list of things that they wanted in the video. I actually forgot one of the things they wanted, and I had to add more to it after I was done. But, I was able to do it without, having to write stuff down, because I've been doing this long enough. I just needed to make sure I got all the points that they wanted to see in the video done. And because I didn't have anything written down right next to me telling me what I was supposed to be not forgetting, I did forget. But I think it turned out really well. They liked it. That's the funny thing is lately I have not had many people asking me to do videos. But I think a lot of it has to do with the ones I was getting were back when, around the holiday season. So, got a lot more then. I mean, Banggood even contacted me, and I'd never even heard of them until they contacted me. Then come to find out, I was talking to Brandy from Abstract Crafter, and she told me she used to order tiny houses from them all the time. And she loved Banggood. So, I guess they had just, when I did the video for them, they hadn't been doing diamond paintings for very long, because their choices were very scant. I haven't checked recently. I'm probably going to check them here today to see if they actually have more choices now, because it was really hard picking something to do a review on. I just picked their largest thing. It was that rose wall diamond painting that I've seen several people do. And maybe someday I'll actually get to it. All right, Amy, thank you very much for placing your first order. Welcome to our world. Your order is ready. Nice and pretty. And let me get your receipt here. Here's your three-piecer. Oh my gosh, multi-placer with the three-placer flat. Okay, focus. Your 3 Myth of the Mermaids. It's still fuzzy, jeez. The next one is the Rose Straightener, and then your 6-placer with 45-degree angle. And we'll get this on its way. And I'm so sorry, because, you guys that ordered on Thursday afternoon or evening, having to wait normally till Monday to get it shipped, and then here I am. It's not until Tuesday that I'm going to be able to get it out there. I am so sorry. I wasn't expecting to feel this yucky, considering I'd already been sick recently. Alright, that's ready to go. Next one goes to Kimberly, and she has ordered before. She is in Iowa. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to put Amy's. This is not the first time I've had to do this. I forgot to put your adhesive in here. Alright. See, if I get this off, like, soon, quickly, after it's been put on, I can manage to get the adhesive off without ripping anything and not ruining the stickiness. I didn't want to jinx myself, though. Alright. There we are. Alright, so here are your adhesives. Wait, I am not having a good day. Things keep getting boo-booed. Okay, now we're going to close it up. Can't believe this far forward from me is still not... I think my camera needs to be adjusted a little bit. Let me see. That's better. So now when I'm working here, you can see me. Can you go up a bit more? Okay, that's good. Alright. So Amy's package is ready to go. And the next one is to, like I said, Kimberly in Iowa. And Kimberly ordered the Sad Sassy Minion and the Dispense the Fun in pink. And those are the little travel pens. Right here. Here's your Sassy Minion. It's kind of sad. I don't know why. Yeah, Sad Sassy Minion. There's your drill tip. So this does come with a cap. Here is your keychain. Little soap dispenser looking thing that is actually a diamond painting pen. And there's your drill tip. So let's get this wrapped up. My next question is, if you edit your videos, what program do you use? I actually had to go back through and find a place that has the program that I use because it's no longer supported by Windows. So I just have to know what I'm doing because they don't offer support for it anymore, but it still works great and I love it. It's pretty simple, and it's Windows Movie Maker. I just don't want, I hate change. I hate having to find a new program and figuring it out. I just don't have the time to try and figure something new out. Like, I wanted to try out a inventory program because now that I'm having to carry more items and several of each item in stock, I was hoping to have an inventory program that would integrate with Etsy so that I can keep track of everything. So they actually have a list of different programs that would do that, and I have a 14-day free trial, and if I could actually make it work and figure it out, I considered actually subscribing to the monthly fee that they would charge, but I gave my husband the password and said, can you figure this out? Because I don't have, he would have to show me how to use it and whatnot, but he couldn't figure it out. I don't know. It seems a bit complicated, and I think a lot of it is for those stores on Etsy that have to carry supplies that are used to make their products, that, you make them as you get orders. I make these as I get orders, but I don't have a lot of supplies that are needed to make it. So that feature is not something I really need. I don't need inventory keep track of the inventory of what I need to make the make the pens. I just basically need to keep track of how many of each pen that I have. And I've got so much on my mind as to what I need to do or videos I need to get done that I don't even want to think about trying to figure this program out. I mean, I'd rather just make my own inventory program rather than fool with that and then pay a monthly service fee because they can import it from Etsy. But then again, my husband doesn't want to take the time to do it either, because he won't go in depth like I will to try and figure things out. Alright, so Kimberly, your order is ready. Thank you again for ordering from Drill Pen Frenzy. Oh my gosh, I need to just stop trying to talk. From Drill Pen Frenzy. And thank you for your order. Look at your... Get this out the door. Alright. The next one goes to Laura in Kentucky. And she ordered a 9-placer, a flat one. The 9 drill multi-placer. And it looks like that's all she ordered. Wait a minute. I just turned her order over. Okay. Are these out of order again? My husband did he put them in order. And that is not here. Is it? Okay, there it is. Found it. My copy needs to be in the order so I can read them off and see what make sure everything's in the package. It's going to be further down the line because all my pieces, my pens that I wrap up have to be in the same order as the papers. So anyway, here's your 9-placer. It's not as big as a row straightener, but it's close. And here are your sticky tabs, and I'm going to stick them in here right now so I don't forget. Alright. Get this wrapped up. Alright, so next question is, how many times do you try to film per week? Every day. I mean, there's times when I will film several unboxings in one day, and those will be on my computer, and I'll post one a day, so that some days I can have a break from filming. But even though I take a break from filming unboxings, I still do the pack-in chats 3 times a week. So I do those Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, unless I'm actually on the ball and have it ready by the night before. But that hasn't happened in a while because of the bulk of the amount that needs to be packed up. I haven't been able to get it done the night before. So I've been doing the filming for the pack-in cats on the day that they go out, or the day they're supposed to go out. Yeah, this last week I've been really bad. Everything was delayed by a day. Mainly it was because Monday last week was a holiday. And I did back-to-back videos for packing because the order that would have went out Monday went out Tuesday. And then we had another order to get out the next day. And by then I was I think I was a bit beat. So I think I didn't get that one out until Thursday. I might have got it out Wednesday. I don't know. No, I think I got it Wednesday. But then Fridays didn't go out till Saturday. Yeah, that's just the last 2 shipment days. It's been like this, I think. I don't know. My memory is like not doing too well right now. I mean, I had my husband make a new pen because I didn't realize that was pink. That pen was pink. At least he understands that I didn't do it on purpose. Make him just make a new pen just because I wanted to make a new pen. Yeah, I want him to be able to enjoy this day for the most part without having to... Well, he's not making pens today, so he's at least taking the day off from that. Of course, he did have to make that pen, and he had a couple he had to fix this morning. But no, he's getting more of a day off than I ever get. Alright, so Laura in Kentucky, your order is ready, and I already have your adhesive. Welcome to our world, since it does appear that this is your first order. And your adhesive is in there. Yeah, that's how sharp my memory is. I may have already forgotten that if I put it in there or not. So, I didn't, though. I didn't forget. It's in there. And it's off. Okay, next one goes to, let's double check. Should be Michelle. Yep, in Massachusetts. Okay, this is... She ordered the Myth of the Mermaid with the pink tail. Well, obviously, because that's the only one I have. And the Glitter Fun in purple. Alright. And let me get the pens. Here we are. And I hope it's not freezing in Massachusetts. But here's your Glitter Fun. And there's your drill tip. Here is your Myth of the Mermaid. And let's get these babies out the door. And this is really actually really this is actually a pretty short tag. How long will a typical video take from setting up your equipment to uploading? Oh boy. Depending on if it's a pack and chat or not. Let's say it's an unboxing. An unboxing generally runs around half an hour for the video itself. So I'm going to say an hour just for filming and then transferring the file and getting it rendered in my editor. So an hour for that. And then I rewatch the entire video, so we're going to say that's an hour and a half. And then it takes 15 minutes, I'd say, for it to save. Because that's the rendering part. It takes a while for it to load. I don't know. It renders both, I think, when it's loading and then... Because when it's loading, it's condensing it. And then it uncondenses it and makes it back to the original video settings once I save it. So that's another, oh my gosh, I don't remember where I was. An hour and a half. So 15 minutes, so an hour and 45 minutes for that. And then I have to upload it. And while I'm uploading it, that will take another 15 minutes to upload, so that's 2 hours. And if I don't remember, then I have to make the thumbnail and fill out all the information, which takes me a good 10 to 15 minutes to get everything just right. So on the unboxing, we're looking at 2.5 hours for a 30-minute video. Yeah, so you can imagine what it takes for these pack-in chats. But to be fair, I do not watch the pack-in chats all the way through. If I know that I wanted to edit a certain clip, then I will watch that one and edit it. Alexa, cancel timer.
28 minutes, time is canceled.
All right, so Michelle in Massachusetts, your order is ready. Thank you for, again, placing an order with Drill Pin Frenzy. All right, so I do appreciate when people come back and order again. It just means, I don't know, it means that I've done something that people really like and want more of. And it just makes me feel good to see people coming back. And new people, I love seeing them too. I love you all, guys. All right, so Michelle, yours is ready. Now I'm going to stop and start a new clip. And I will be back soon. All right, our next order goes to Candace in California. She ordered the miniature Valentine's Day pen and a roast straightener. Hi. So, this is her order right here. Here is your roast straightener. Here is your pink with hearts. And there's your drill tip. And there's only one question left on this tag, and it just asks if there are any topics off limits. Things that are socially inappropriate to talk about, like sex, personal things like that. That's just not something I would ever. I hate even saying that. Plus, politics and religion. I mean, I will, to a very minimal, I will talk about my beliefs, but for the most part, I don't get into it heavily because I respect everybody's beliefs, and that and politics are things that people take very personal. And so that's not something people come here to, they don't come here to hear about that kind of stuff. They come here to learn about diamond painting, and a lot of the time when they watch the Drill With Me's or these package chats, the subject, in order to keep a subject moving, is a lot of the time about me and how the tags that I answer are questions I answer, and they're going to be asked about things about me. And even if it gets too personal on some of those questions, I won't answer it because I don't feel it's necessary to, answer some of those really personal, private things that nobody really wants to hear about anyway. I mean, you gotta keep some kind of I don't even know the word. You gotta keep some things to yourself. They're not necessary to talk about. And you won't get to know me any better by me answering those specific questions anyway. So, all right, Candace, your order is ready, and it looks like this is your first order. So, Welcome to our world. Since you're in California, you should get this actually pretty quickly. Anything that goes like to California, Washington, even like Idaho, those places, or Oregon, of course, will get them rather quickly. The next one and the last one in this wrapping is to Joyce, who lives in California. She ordered the yellow circus elephant. There's your drill tip. And she ordered the sweet treat in pink pen with the pink topper. And there it is. Kind of hard to see with the pink background. These have been in my inventory the longest. I thought people would like them. And she's actually the first person to order one. I've given them a couple of them away in my giveaways. But there's your drill tip. I don't know why. Maybe people just don't see them. But I think they're super cute. Alright. Let me show you your receipt so we can get that. There you go. Yellow circus elephant. Pink sweet treat. And Dorothy, if you're out there, I really miss you. If you could contact me, I would really appreciate it. Because I'm concerned about you. And if you're unable to help me continue helping with my Etsy shop, that's perfectly fine. I just need to know that you're okay. I will also try texting you again, but it really worries me when someone is sick and then I never hear any kind of update that the sickness has gotten better. It just makes me think that it's gotten worse, and that hurts my heart. I just thought of you, Dorothy, because I really enjoyed conversing with you, and the help you gave me was very helpful. And I mean, some of my descriptions, most of my descriptions I have in the shop came from her, and she's got a great way with words. But every time I see some of these descriptions, it makes me think of you, Dorothy. So if I forget to send you a text, I hope you're watching so you can contact me, because that would be the best scenario, is if you could let me know you're okay. Because I do think of you all the time. Today is my best friend Karen's birthday. She is like 9 months older than me. So, excuse me, as we were growing up, she's my oldest and dearest friend. As we were growing up, we, could have been sisters because we were born 9 months apart from each other. Oh, Tesla is just, oh boy, she's giving Daddy a hard time. All right. So, Joyce, thank you so much for placing your order. Sorry it took so long to get it going. But we'll get this out to you right now. And I'm going to have to pause for a second. Because I don't want to be sniffing. I'll be right back. So instead of clicking unpause, I clicked the record button again, which stopped it. So I ran out of Kleenex, so I had to get more Kleenex, and this is just not my day. All right, so I switched my tag back to the basically would you rather. It's a would you rather tag. I got through 40 of them on the last one that I used this on, which was Friday's shipment. But right now we are doing Carol in Idaho's order. And she ordered 2 swirly pins. Here's your 2 pins. And there's 1 drill tip. And there's your other one. Get those wrapped. And, well, here, let me show you your receipt. Here we go, with 2 swirly pins. Here on Idaho. The next would you rather is be a ninja or a samurai. I'm not too into sword play, so I'm going to say ninja because they're agile and flexible and all that kind of stuff. And I always liked gymnastics, so, and I wanted to do gymnastics, and that's kind of what it reminds me of when you're a ninja. You have to be really, be able to do those backflips and all that kind of stuff, you know. And next one is be a poet or a scientist. Scientist. I'm not into poetry. It doesn't make sense to me. And so that's just not my thing. Oops, I forgot to grab washi tape. Here we go. Pretty one. So I would rather be a scientist because there are some things, well, a lot of good things have come from scientists, medication, inventing, science stuff. Sciencey stuff, yeah. So that's my choice. Be a police detective or an FBI agent? Well, a police detective. Well, I don't see the difference, really. I mean, FBI is federal. I've got to tuck those in. I can't wrap them with them in there. Tuck them in here. Tuck them on the side. There we go. But I probably would want to be FBI and work on the X-Files, you know? I loved that show. It really made me sad when the main character, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you who, decided not to be on the show anymore, and then they brought somebody else in, and that really bummed me out. And I probably only watched 1 season after that, and I didn't even know. I've still not watched the last season of the original series. I did, however, watch the new series, and when they renewed it, I was so happy and excited, and I loved the new series. It was great, especially since they had the original characters on it. And then they went and canceled it. Because one of those characters didn't want to do it anymore. It's like, come on. I really wanted to see where they were going with the whole theme of this new series. That really bummed me out. I loved that show so much. I've watched, like I said, every single episode except for the last season, season 9. And that was only because it was disappointing to me that someone was gone. All right. So, Carol, your order is ready. Thank you for placing your order again. We'll get that out to you. I think we have several names that in this order that duplicate, so I keep thinking I already did this one. And I remember some parts of the order, and I'm like, well, where's this? I know they ordered this. I'm thinking, oh, wait, that's somebody else. The next one goes to Carrie in New Mexico. And she ordered the glitter fun in purple. And there's your purple glitter fun. And there's your drill tip. Here is your receipt. It really helps to do this video, record these videos when I'm not tired, because it makes the time pass easier. But when I'm tired or I'm hurting, it makes it feel like it's never going to get over. I'm never going to get done with it, you know. And I enjoy wrapping these so much. This is, like I've said before, this is my favorite part of it. And I don't want to feel like I have to rush to get it done in order to get it out to the post office or to the mailman before it's too late. So I put a new option on the poll in the group. The poll that is the announcement, so it's at the very top of the page when you first go to the page. When you first go to the group for the Love of Diamond Painting with Donnie and Teslin, there's a poll on there telling you what you would like to see on merchandise. And the one I put on there was one that Robin had mentioned in one of her comments, and it was never put in as an option. So, you know, some of these things may take us a little bit longer to acquire the materials to make, and I need to talk to somebody about a wholesaler where we can get all of these things in one place, because trying to find shirts in one place and coffee cups in another and then bags in another, you know, it gets confusing. So I want to see if, like, my dad knows of a place that would be good to get all that stuff, because he used to have a t-shirt business, and it's something he would do in his spare time. And then my brother moved in with him, and they went in on it together, and we're doing it together. And then my dad bought out my brother's half because it was too much for him. They couldn't work together, something like that. I don't know. I can see that very clearly, them not being able to work together. But my brother had sold everything he owned to move down with my dad and do that business together. But I don't think it got off the ground like they had hoped, because my dad was just doing it at like trade fairs and county fairs. He'd sell t-shirts. He would do road shows, or whatever those shows are where they have car shows, you know, plays like that. And, you know, I just think it was too much. My dad ended up having the garage taken over with all his t-shirt making stuff. I actually have a lot of his oopses that I cut up for t-shirt yarn. Well, it's in a bag in my closet because I haven't cut it all up yet. That's a lot of work too, to make all that stuff into t-shirt yarn. Alright, so Carrie, your order is ready. It looks like this is your first order, so welcome to our world, and we'll get this pretty package out to you very soon. What was I? Oh, this is all asking. Oh, if I wanted to be a police detective or an FBI agent. I want to make t-shirts. Okay, so I don't know where that came from. Oh, because I was telling you about the new. But her quote that she chose was, I never leave home without my diamonds on the side of a travel bag. So I know travel bags are going to be quite a bit more expensive, so I need to find out from people how many people actually would want to see that on a travel bag and who would actually purchase one, because I have a feeling that I'm going to have to probably buy in bulk in order to get some of these at a price well good enough to be able to sell, because I don't like having to price things really high. And the only way I'd have to do that is if I couldn't get it for a good price that was low enough to, so some of you can afford it. This next one goes to Desiree in South Dakota. She ordered a paintbrush in green. There's your order. And I do have a bunch of paintbrushes on order that are coming in. Just please, thank you for being patient with me, and China's holiday that they took has really delayed some of my orders. And here is your paintbrush in green. The next question is, would I rather be a psychopath or a sociopath? I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't think I'd want to be either. A sociopath or psychopath. Psychopath, is that like... I don't know. I'm not going to answer that because I really don't know what the difference between the two is. Next question is, be a ruler or a follower? Everybody wants to think that they want to be a leader. I'm not a leader. I don't do good at leading, which, some of you might say, because, all this, Facebook group and all that. I'm not comfortable with having to tell people no. And when you are a leader, I think that it should say leader, not ruler. But when you're a leader, you have to be able to tell people no. You have to be able to hire, all that kind of stuff. And I am too much of a softie, and I have a hard time doing that. My husband's not. He has no problem telling people no. And sometimes I have to sit there and tell him, well, think about this. Think about why it might be good to say yes. But he automatically will just jump off and say no without thinking about it first. And sometimes even when I talk to him and say something about him, like, saying no is the best choice. And I'm like, well, you do it. Because, like, when my daughter asks for things, I have a super hard time saying no. Even if I can't afford to do something that she wants, I have a hard time saying no. If I don't have it, I don't have it. But I feel like they feel that I'm lying, that I really do have it. Money, mostly. But every time they ask me to watch Braden, I don't have an issue with it, except the one time when Tesla was sick and I didn't want him to get sick or Ayla to get sick because she's pregnant. I had to tell him I didn't think it was a good idea. So I felt guilty. Alright, so Desiree, this looks like it is your first order, and it is now ready. Welcome to our world. And you should get this beauty here pretty soon, because you are South Dakota. I don't know. That's not that far. That's over to the southeast of Montana, I think. And Montana is next to Idaho, which is next to Washington, which is above us. Here, a geography lesson if you didn't know. I think that's where it is. Maybe I should put a map up here with abbreviations on each state so I know where each state is too. I want to do that though. I want to do one of those scratch maps or something. But I want to get it more down to the city, So I want to get like a scratch map of each state and one of the United States. So when I get an order from somebody in each state, I can scratch that state off. But then each city needs to get scratched off or thereabouts showing each city that has somebody who has ordered from me. Like in Oregon, I think I've received orders from one person actually lives here in town, and that was super cool. We met up, and she didn't have to pay shipping because I just handed it off to her. Met her at the Dollar Tree. But there's been people from a couple of different other cities from here in Oregon. Okay, that was the green paintbrush. And I think that's pretty neat. This next order goes to Delbert, and they ordered a straightener. Delbert in Illinois. So this little straightener here is going to go quite a ways away. Delbert, I'm not sure if that's the person ordering, if it's someone else, but they have ordered before. So this is a repeat order, and I thank you for your repeat. You coming back repeatedly. I had to take some pain medication in between clips as well, so it's finally starting to work, and it makes so much of a difference when I'm not in pain. I hate talking about my pain. I really do, mainly because my mom talked all her life, that, as all my adult life, I can remember her not doing things or not going to events or this or that because she was in pain. And a lot of the time we just thought she was using it as an excuse. Didn't know really how much pain she was in. And I know she had been in a lot of pain. She died from that, disease, that rheumatoid arthritis. It killed her. It broke her system down from all the medication she had to be on, and essentially it just weakened her heart, and then it weakened her kidneys, and when she needed dialysis, her heart couldn't handle it. So I know she had to have been in a lot of pain, but we were really selfish in thinking she wasn't in pain and just using it as an excuse. But because of my mindset during that time, I don't like talking about being in pain just because I know how people think, because I was one of them. And yeah, I shouldn't care what people think, but I also don't want to sit there doting on my pain and using it for an excuse for everything. But if something happens and I can't get something done that I've said that I'm going to do, on my channel, I do want people to know that, if it was the pain causing it or being sick, then I just hope people understand. Because I don't want to be a burden to anybody, and I'm a burden enough as it is, I feel, to my husband. He says I'm not, but there are times when the facial expressions say something else. But he does a lot. He does a lot for me. Alright, so Delbert, or Mrs. Delbert in Illinois, whoever it is that ordered this, your order is ready. Thank you for placing yet another order. I really appreciate you. And let me show you your receipt, your envelope. There you go. Roast straightener on its way. So when this clip is done, dinner is ready, and I told them when I'm done with the clip, the next clip I'll let them know, and I'll eat dinner then. So I've got about 9 minutes, and then I'm going to eat dinner. No time will pass for you, of course, as you know. But a lot of times after I eat, I get really tired. So I'm hoping I don't, because I still have probably at least half of the orders still to go. This was a really big order or shipment. Next one goes to Tamara in California, and she ordered a swirly pen, I should say, ×2. And here are your 2 swirly pens. Here's the first one. Yep. And here is your second one. And I think my husband's really getting really good at making these pens. So if you guys receive your pens and you like, I've had people putting thank you to me in the group. If you could also, tag my husband, because he's a big part of it as well now. And, his name is Jim, and same last name as mine, and he is in the group, so if you could tag Jim Hogan, that would be awesome. I think he really likes to be patted on the back and to be told he's doing good. And I know I don't tell him enough. And I think he thinks I don't appreciate him, but I thank him all the time, but it's just not, he's one of those people that just needs it encouraged, positive affirmation. That's what it is. That is his love language. Yeah, I read the book. He was supposed to read the book, but he never got it finished. He got through part of it, and before he even started it, he told me he knew what my love language was. But by the time he got to the point where he did in the book, which was almost to the end, he was telling me my love language was something else. And I'm like, no, you said what it was before you even read the book, because it listed all the ones that they had. Mine is the love language of showing love by works. Basically by doing things to show me you love me. Not like buying. I'm not somebody who is someone who feels loved by someone buying me things. It's the act of doing something for me. Like making me breakfast in bed, or just making sure the oil got changed on my car. Things like that. Things like that mean a lot. But when it's somebody who can't do works because they aren't local, giving me gifts and stuff still shows that they love me, because they can't do anything else. But the one that I respond to mainly the most from a partner, I should say, is by works. Other people too, but it's not as easy. But like somebody, it's hard to explain, and you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the book called The Five Love Languages. It was one of those, because we have Prime, I was able to check it out, borrow it from the Prime library for free, and I did, and I read it, or listened to it, because it was an audiobook. And my husband, we have a shared account. So, anyway, Tamara, your order is ready. Thank you very much for placing your first order. If it isn't, then I'm sorry, because it just shows that you haven't ordered before. But welcome to our world. I do appreciate every single one of you. Let me show you your receipt. Here you are. 2 swirly bins. Going all the way to California. There we are. Okay. Next, we have Andriette in Maryland. As it says MD. Yep, Maryland. She ordered the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, the red with white dots. And let me get my copy of it down here so I can refer to it, make sure I'm doing the right thing. And here is your pin. Drill pin. There's the red with white dots. There's your sparkly. And there's your drill tip. And if you guys ever want specific color of some of these pins, or, you know, of course I have the thing now, the option where you can tell me when something is out of stock. You can tell me that you're interested in that color, and it'll let me know that I'll get a restock request. That doesn't work on pens that are completely sold out. That only works basically when that particular style of pen is sold out. But even if you leave me messages on the video or on Facebook, you can let me know which color of pen you're interested in if it's not on my list. And I'll let you know if I'm able to get that color or not, if it comes in that color. Because there are different polka dotted pens as well that, you know, I don't buy all of them because that's a matter of taste. And some of these come in random packs. I buy a pack of 12 or something, and so I don't get to choose the colors. And when you believe it, I have some pens that I have a lot of because it's not a color people like black. You know, I like black pens. But if you have a choice, why get black, right? If you have a choice of a pretty polka dotted pink or purple, you know, but then if you're a guy, you know, of course you're going to want those solid pens. Maybe not all men like to use pink pens. But I did sell some that were gray, some of the gray ones, and silver and steel blue colors. But, like, I think this is pretty. See, this is one of the retro disco pens, and those are just beautiful. Even though it's black, the way it shines is just really pretty. And the black pen itself, I think is pretty. But that compared to, say, this pen, I'm going to pick this one over the black one, obviously. Alexa, cancel timer.
28 minutes timer canceled.
All right, so that timer is almost done, so I'm gonna let me finish this because I leave 1 minute on my timer after that timer goes off, so I don't get cut off in the middle of a sentence. Get this one out the door. Taken care of. All right, so Andriette in Maryland, thank you very much for your first order. It is ready. And welcome to our world. Thank you. I get this in here, and I will be back with you guys after I eat. Be back soon. Alright, we are back, and let's pick up where we left off. I found out that the mail did not deliver today because of the snow. And it's back to snowing again, so who knows if I'll get mail tomorrow. Let's see. We have our next order for Vanessa, but in Maryland. Okay, Vanessa in Maryland. She has actually 2 orders here. One is for the miniature Valentine's Day one with the blue with hearts. And the other one is the drink up with the milk drink. I actually ordered more of these miniature drinks, but this time they're going to be in Coke and Pepsi. This one, it was a random pick. I wasn't able to choose what they sent. Here's your blue with hearts, and there is your tip. And here is your milk drink. It says milk drink on it. And it's got some weird looking kid or something. And there's your drill pen. There you go. And this comes on a keychain. Oh, it looks like we need to start a new paper. We'll get that here in a second. My next would you rather is be a Russian oligarch or a Saudi oil tycoon. I have no idea. I don't know what an oligarch is. And a Saudi oil tycoon. Now, I'm guessing you live in Saudi Arabia and you mine for oil. I'm not gonna say either because I don't have enough information on that. So we're skipping it. Let's get this paper out real quick. The next one is, oh man, some of these. Be a Russian or American. I'd rather be American. Thank you. I've been American all my life and I don't care to change that. Oh, this one, I forgot to pull off the extra layer of blue. Well, let me get that off there. Save it for another order combination later on.